Welcome to Sightings. I'm Tim White. A ghostly presence on videotape. It's the one piece of hard evidence that's eluded our ghost investigations. Until now. When Sightings received a call from a beleaguered family in the Midwest, our team went to investigate. What they found was haunting activity unlike anything this Sightings crew had ever seen. The result was hours of bizarre, ghostly activity captured for the first time on videotape. It's happening here, somewhere in America's heartland. The family has asked that we not say exactly where they live, but it's a town like any other where people work, raise a family, and are laid to rest. There, however, the similarity ends. We were told at least one soul here is not at rest, and that her spirit is trapped inside this house. Spirit, ghost, entity. It has many names, and many ways of making its presence known. The family here fears ridicule and persecution. They've asked us not to use their real names, so we'll refer to them as Pamela, Jeff, and their infant son, Donnie. The first signs of something out of the ordinary began when the young couple moved into this 128-year-old house in January of 1993. At first, the haunting activity was subtle and only seemed to be occurring in one small bedroom at the top of the stairs. Pamela and Jeff had a weird, indefinable feeling that something wasn't quite right. Their usually docile dog started feeling it too. She would whimper and cry any time she came near that room. They now feel the persistent barking was a warning they did not heed. As these home videos show, after the birth of their son, Donnie, the bedroom was converted into a nursery. It was here that an entity began to show itself. Pictures of newborn Donnie were marred by strange blocks of free-floating light and shadow. It happened on roll after roll of film and with two different cameras. Even more bizarre was the discovery, when this photo was enlarged, that the crayon on the tablet seems to be held in space by an invisible hand. We tried to recreate this photo with wires, pins, and other tricks. We could not. Through a friend, Pamela contacted psychic Barbara Connor, who believes she can communicate with entities from the past.
I was thinking it was a little crowded.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. She says, too many people are in here, get out.
Within a few minutes of her arrival, Barbara began to communicate with what she felt was the spirit of a child. She said the spirit was that of a little girl named Sallie, and that she was there to protect the baby Donnie. Barbara believes that the blurs and streaks in dozens of family photographs are actually a physical manifestation of Sallie. We wanted Edson Williams, a trick photography expert, to give us his opinion. Sightings obtained the original negatives and photos, and with the family's approval, had them analyzed to determine if anything in the camera or in the film processing could account for the bizarre images.
One photo that really caught my attention was the Christmas photos. The highlights that ran through the image, they're localized, they're not throughout the image, they're in very small regions, and they're running at different angles. Initially, I tried to recreate this simply with a few quick tricks, and unfortunately they did not work for me. It'd be a very difficult shot to recreate. Another photograph I found very interesting was one that had a small child's toy in a corner with a blue ghosting image around it. Initially I thought it possibly cut out a blue gel, which would be a blue plastic, clear plastic, and a wiggle that in front of the camera could recreate it. But the density differences were too varied. Photographic evidence is something I always question because my job is to create illusions photographically. But these several pictures that I was shown are very difficult to explain.
The family believes this is evidence of Sallie, the lost spirit of a long-dead girl. And like a macabre version of Mother Goose, when Sallie is good, she's very, very good, and when she's bad, she's horrid. According to Pamela and Jeff, this is Sallie's handiwork. They say a swirling, frigid aura announces her presence. Then Sallie leaves welting, bloody slashes on Jeff's bare flesh, as documented in these photos and verified by many eyewitnesses. So far, Jeff has been the only victim. When our Sightings crew arrived to investigate, the first step was to videotape interviews with Pamela and Jeff. These interviews were important, but the director had given strict orders to immediately turn the cameras on any strange activity as soon as it occurred. It was during this first interview session that the entity made its presence known. Jeff and Donnie watched from just behind the camera as Pamela was being interviewed first.
We had gone over to my in-laws. We had come home. Shortly afterwards, we found all the stuffed animals that were in
As Pamela described a
areas
previous encounter with Sallie, noise from a backyard chainsaw started to interfere with the videotaping.
Windows were closed. The cats were downstairs with us. Just nothing natural could happen.
As Pamela waited for the noise to stop, Jeff called out.
Is it going?
She don't like everybody here, did.
Sallie, stop it.
What? How did that happen?
You don't know.
Sallie?
Go on in, walk in there. Walk in there. And get a towel and clean it off his arm. Stay on the... What's going on?
I gotta get my senses back.
She's right here, because it is freezing right here.
It is freezing.
I feel it.
All you do is you feel this cold go through you. That's how I just had to
Sally?
look back.
Okay,
feel it.
Sallie,
You feel
we're
how
gonna
cold it
stop. Sallie, we're gonna stop until Barbara comes here, okay? When Barbara comes,
I feel the cold air
she'll
right
talk
here.
to you and let you know.
Right here. I can feel it. We're interviewing. It's hot. We've turned the air conditioner off for sound purposes, but it is cold right here in this part of the room. And the air conditioner is off.
I just felt
Look at
this
that.
cold
Look at
just
that.
like freeze me over here.
This is the same thing that occurs when
Holy
she's scratched his face,
Holy.
or he's had scratches across his forehead or down his arm. She does this when she's upset.
I'm still shaking.
I know, my heart's pounding too. I
I'm
think
a little excited. I gotta tell you.
well, we've had a little excitement this morning.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah.
The family asked psychic Barbara Connor to join our investigation and felt Barbara could communicate with Sallie and help calm her down.
Feeling good? What's this?
That's what she just did.
She just did this?
Yeah.
I feel her now. Yeah, she's here. Hi, Sallie. What's going on? Excitement. She's excited. It's really cold. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's, she's excited about all this.
Is she
Yeah,
liking it, or
yeah.
is she upset?
She's upset. She's a little upset. What's going on here? She says, I like it, but it's scary.
Yeah, well, honey, it's scary for us, too.
Yeah,
We've
that's
never
what
done anything like this.
That's what I told her. I said, no, it's everybody's uptight with this.
She scares the living daylights out of me, to be honest with you. I'm gonna add this right now. She's right here with me right now. I'm feeling something really cold shoot around my stomach.
We asked Jeff to describe what he was feeling. He looked like he was in pain, but Jeff didn't respond. For a moment, he couldn't speak.
I've lost my breath, I'm sorry. Today, in the chair, as you guys were interviewing my wife, I was sitting in the rocking chair with my son. He was playing with a little toy, and we were tilted a little forward so we could watch the interview through the doorway. When this cold just shot through my arm, and it's done it before, I knew the feeling. It's just, I can't explain the cold. It freezes your bones, everything. And as I looked towards my arm, I had 4 scratches that were bleeding as I looked at them. And it's really frightening. Yeah. Liz, she's just went right through my midsection. I don't...
Oh, my God. Look. Look. Oh, look. They're forming.
Can't come up with an explanation why she does
Look,
this.
it's forming right there.
She tends to do this to me because I upset her sometimes. And she wants to be noticed, I think, today.
This family has asked to remain anonymous. What's happening inside their house is so bizarre, they don't want to become just another media event. When we return, our investigation continues.
Coming up next on Sightings,
And this is like the most profound thing I've ever seen in all parapsychology. This is fact, and you have it on tape.
Every battery says they're better. One thing's for sure. With Railback, you get long-lasting alkaline power for less money. If you don't think they're just as good, you get your money back. You heard it here first.
The Robotics Invention System and Vision Command lets you build robots that can see.
Hey, Dad, I talked to Mom. She said I can have the dirt bike.
It's okay with me.
What if he breaks his neck, Helen?
It's okay with me.
I think we ought to ground him just for asking.
It's okay with me. It's okay with me.
Fine. You're grounded.
Lego Mindstorms. Your imagination rules.
Both these guys woke up with a cold this morning. Good thing there are two very special Tylenol cold formulas, adult and children's. Tylenol Cold. Take comfort in our strength.
This is my final plea. I am a gecko. Not to be confused with Geico, which could save you hundreds on car insurance. So stop calling me.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So you want to change your name? People confusing you with Geico, calling you at all hours? What name would you like?
Komodo Dragon, please.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Sightings is designated
Paranormal.
This is Sci-Fi.
In anticipation of your runaway success as a Wall Street Journal reader, how to blend in with normal people. Even if you have your own empire, it's important to mix in normal society. When approaching people, talk about things everyone can relate to, like sports.
My football team's doing a lot better since I got them that new stadium.
Make casual observations.
That's the same car he was driving yesterday.
Walking a pet can also help you blend in. Okay, that's not a pet, but good try. A few tips on being ridiculously successful from the Wall Street Journal, full of insights and ideas to help you make it big. Subscribe to the Journal for just 57 cents a day for 13 weeks, 25% off the regular rate. The Wall Street Journal. Call 800-652-5151. That's 800-652-5151. And coming soon, how to pretend to enjoy country clubs.
Experience Frank Herbert's Dune. All in one day.
I say strike now!
Frank Herbert's Dune, the masterpiece of science fiction. Now the all-new television event. Sunday at 1 p.m. Only on Sci-Fi.
In the years we've been doing this program, our ghost investigations have been time-consuming and often frustrating. But the current case in the Midwest is clearly different. From day one, the crew was experiencing unexplainable haunting phenomena, and they were getting it on tape.
It's a sensation like the air conditioning on your automobile. If you put your hand up right in front of the vent, you feel the air blowing. Real fresh. But if you move your hand away from the vent, it goes away. Oh.
I think she's messing with you.
It is swirling.
Our sightings director is Greg Cook. He was excited about the presence of strange cold spots that would come and go without warning or reason.
It is so cold right here.
Oh, this is electrical charge we're talking about.
Did you feel it?
Did you feel it?
Yeah, it's like a mild electrical shock.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, my God.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh.